son, I'm loving for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready, 53, Mike. 51, South. Check. Alert flare. Okay, 59, ready. Ready to go.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They run. Devontae Freeman. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Check. Lucky. Protein spill. Get up.
On third down, Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 76 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, we've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
Go.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. He's got a first down past the 30. He's at the 50, 30. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Ty Montgomery, 82 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Get used to that, folks. The Falcons are going to look number 11's way early and often, and he's onto the stat sheet already on the first play from scrimmage.
Ryan now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
We won it. 51, Sam. Slam, slam, slam. Watch twins. Watch twins. Blue draw quarters. Switch gears, switch gears. Gun. Switch. Hey, express.
They toss to Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essential.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Set up. 10-2 saw. Check 53's mark. I don't think you got it, son.
Look at this, a tight end carry. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a 1st down. Back now in Atlanta's 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after 1. And a short gain down to about the 33. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Back 25. Wait. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Watch the 80 weapon.
On third down, Ryan. He is going to find Hill here. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
Nigel Bradham brings him down. On second down now, it's Freeman. He will push his way down to about the 14. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is intercepted by last year's NFL leader, DeMonte Casey. But he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They'll run. This is Hill. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Now Hill. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan. on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Let him know.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time.
There were more than 5,000 new cases reported in the last 24 hours. Comes a day after China changed the way the counts are tallied, causing a spike in reported cases.
They're able to get him behind the line.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's... Here we go.
Hey, that's trash.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And not a great punt here, out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. On 1st down, Wentz. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now, Wentz again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Straight 15. Go.
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Let's see what you got. He's coming. Double up. Get out.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Freeman again. And some room to work. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10.
Box drop.
Wentz now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Jones on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham, and he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Throwing is Wentz. The Sanders has got it complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Hey, Orbit, I'm bringing it to you.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Ready, 280, 280. Hey, 59, ready. 53, 21. Ready, set.
They'll run on first down. Freeman. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Fletcher Cox gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll increase their... Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. The reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Get down. Ready. We're ready. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Ready to go.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On second and 11 now. Wentz being chased out left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wentz now to throw. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Begin. Check. Crunch. Check.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Now punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. On the return, Jackson. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Alert 3. Alert 3.
One final try now for Wentz. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Falcons, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. Give me that.